In the southwest of England lies a large bumpy rock called Claw Rock. On the side of the rock there is a massive deep scratch. Did you wonder what caused this? Well, some people say it was caused by the terrible cherrywood owl. Many years ago, Lady Cherrywood owned gorgeous cherrywood and the fields around the village. This area was given to Lady Cherrywood by the Queen of England. She used the land to farm, and she let the villagers live and farm on her land, so long as they gave her half of their products to her. The lady keeps half of her amazing food and gave the other half to the Queen, so she could keep her amazing land. One peaceful, calm day, Lady Cherrywood's energetic, rough daughter, Princess Lola, went wandering in the forest. She suddenly saw her favourite archery spot. It was a tall, broad tree with thin branches near the top, perfect for archery. She just missed her first shot and went to collect the arrow when she saw a strange creature hidden under the brown autumn leaves. Excited about what could be scuttling under the autumn leaves, she ran up to the leaves quickly. "Wow, what could be so exciting?" whispered Lola, so she would not scare away the creature. Gently picking up the creature, she looked in awe at it, looking for more of them. She gently ran her fingers down its tummy. It had swirling purple horns on the top of its head, a set of small spiky wings with smooth scales along the wing, two spiky teeth as sharp as knives, smooth fluffy feathers all over its head and body. It had small, massive bulging eyes taking up half its head and small webbed feet with 3 sharp claws. So Lola gently slid the creature into her backpack and set off for home. Slowly she walked home so not to damage the creature. Excited that she might be able to keep it, she walked home quicker than before, hoping that her mum would let her keep the creature. Now running with excitement, she suddenly stopped to check that the owl was all right. Opening the bag to check the creature was fine, she got a shock. As soon as she opened the bag, the creature flew out, so Lola ran after it, shouting, "Come back!" Under low branches, she cried as she walked home. Upon arriving back at the castle, Lady Cherrywood had been thinking her daughter needed to learn how to rule. So when Lola got back, Lady Cherrywood said, "You must go to the next village to learn how to rule the village." "No!" screamed Lola, stamping her feet. She begged and cried, but she had to go. "When you're back, you can rule the king, Cherrywood," said the Queen. Meanwhile, high in the treetops, the owl was untangling itself in the trees. It found lots of food in the treetops. It gobbled up mice, terrorized the people, and rested in the treetops. There it hid and grew and grew and grew. It was a petrifying monster with smooth, soft, silky feathers, with 2 large, swirling purple horns on its large, round head. Its massive eyes were as big as a grown man's head. It followed any moving thing it saw before it pounced from behind. Its mouth was as thin as a pencil, and its large teeth looked as pointy and sharp as the Shard in London. The more it grew, the hungrier it got. Soon it turned its massive eyes to the cherries and berries that grew in the forests and orchards. Munch, gollop, the owl was wrapping its feathery wings round the trees and berries. Crunch, gobble, it spread fear through the village until the people cried in their houses. The villagers could do nothing to stop the horrible fierce owl, so they ran out of their houses and up the hill towards the castle, screaming, "We want Cherrywood! We want Cherrywood! Kill the owl! Kill the owl!" Lady Cherrywood called upon her bravest soldiers and strongest knights, but none were a match for the terrible, fierce owl. Her only hope was her daughter, so she called Lola home. One day later, Lola returned. She was shocked about the village and unconvinced she actually lived in this wreckage. Determined to succeed in a gruesome quest to kill the flesh-eating, blood-sucking monster, Lola decided to complete her horrible mission. She would need some armour and a weapon. The very next day, Lola collected her thick, heavy metal plates that were as heavy as an elephant, and she could barely walk in. "Hello, Princess," said the blacksmith. "Here is a mighty bow called Owl's Killer." Swinging the bow over her shoulder, Lola made her way to Claw Rock. Then she saw it, the terrible killer owl. It had perched itself on top of the rock. Excited about pulling back her bow and shooting an arrow at the monster's head, she got ready to fight. Determined to get an arrow right in between the owl's gobstopper eyes, Lola slowly walked up to the owl. Squawk! The owl was awake. "Okay, Lola, you can do it," thought Lola. Unexpectedly, the owl pounced on Lola, thinking dinner. Suddenly, it tried to scratch Lola, but missed and hit the rock. "Ah," thought Lola. Lola suddenly shot an arrow right in between its eyes. "Yes, I succeeded in my quest," cheered Lola.